All right, welcome everybody. My name is Brad Miller. This is the encore recording of our Tuesday Health Huddle. For those that tuned in live, we had a small technical difficulty, but it happens from time to time. And just like a practice of being on purpose, we're just going to roll with it because that's how we do it. Got Candy back here, and we're going to be talking today. And for those that are watching the recording for the first time, we do this every Tuesday. It's a short 20-minute call, 15-minute call that we do that just provides community. Because one, the most important thing is being surrounded by people that are moving their health forward, just like we are all here in the health challenge on week 2. So congrats on kicking off week 2, which is just really exciting to see how much you guys have been posting. I'm excited and working on your health. And this week, we thought it'd be really applicable to focus on building off of goal setting that we did last week and into healthy motion. Motion and exercise is a component of health. So many people think it's the only thing that's really involved. And, many of you guys are working on nutrition. Many of you guys are working on your eating plan. Some of you guys are working here. Some of you guys are working there. And some of you guys are mindful of all different areas of your health. So we thought this would be a really good topic to give some general guidance and just a review of healthy motion and what it looks like in your life. So with that being said, I'm actually not going to speak on that topic tonight. I'm going to hand it over to a good friend of mine. They've come to us, Candy and her husband, Casey, have come from the gym industry. They've been past fitness competitors, personal trainers. They've designed nutrition plans. They run a boot camp. One-on-one training, you name it, they've done it. They've helped people in all aspects of their health. And so they've really seen what it's like to compare or combine rather exercise with eating and just all the areas of your health and how to work it in most effectively. It's kind of a beast to tackle because it's so many different ways to do it for so many different people. So without any further ado, I'm just going to turn it over to Candy to give you some solid tips on how to be mindful of your healthy motion as we go through this 50-day holiday health challenge. So with Candy, are you there? Can you hear me?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're loud and clear. Go for it.
Good. Well, thank you, Brad, for inviting me to share on the call tonight on a topic that's near and dear to my heart, healthy motion activity and the importance of it and how it can be fun and not a daunting task. So, as you said, my husband and I come from the fitness background. My husband's degree is actually in nutrition. And we've been doing that for 20 plus years. Really since our late into high school years. And we've been Take Shape for Life coaches now for 6 years. And it's just been a blessing to be able to combine a sound nutritional component to help somebody get to a healthy weight and then correlate that and bring it together with the importance of healthy motion, activity, and exercise. So being that we do come from the gym industry, I'm going to have a little bit of fun here since we are flying right into the holiday season as we're doing these 50 days of healthy holidays to hopefully get on top of some of this stuff before January actually hits and we start those, New Year's resolutions that we're all pretty famous for. So a little funny screenshot here, gym in December, gym in January. You can see the empty, barely the empty gym over here on the left, and then a quite busy gym in January. And statistics show that gym memberships can actually increase 30 to 50% in January, which I think is just crazy. But then if you look at the statistic below coming from IRSA, 50% of all new health club members quit within their first 6 months of signing up. And, quite honestly, it's typically those people that are leaving the gym are the ones who often are setting a goal of drastic weight loss, focusing on their looks and, the size clothes they're wearing and don't see a lot of results just beating it at the gym. And so bringing this little webinar together tonight, I just hope that we can give you some practical tips to help you move forward through that. So another fun little quote is that I'm sure many of you have heard is fitness is really 20% exercise and 80% nutrition. And, another little fun thing is you can't outrun your fork or you can't out exercise your food. So really it is, what I want to really focus on tonight is that exercise should be done in a fun way that's going to help you move forward in your long-term longevity health goals and really not focusing on exercise as a tool just for weight loss. So I hope that I cover that tonight pretty well. All right, so let's talk a little bit about some benefits of healthy motion or healthy exercise. So it's not just about what the body looks like or, what the scale says, but really, strong evidence shows that it lowers the risk of several pieces here: early death, heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, different types of cancer. I like that they use the word prevention of weight gain. So exercise is a fantastic tool to use to really maintain a healthy weight, not necessarily for a strict weight loss goal or a weight loss tool. The next one that says weight loss, but read on, particularly when combined with a reduced caloric intake. So pretty important. It improves cardiovascular fitness, muscular strength, prevention of falls. As we get older, our stability and balance tends to go wayside, and physical activity can increase that. Also showing signs of reduced depression, especially if you live in the Northwest where it can be gloomy for many months. Exercise and brain health. Regular exercise boosts brain function, reduces stress, improves memory, have better concentration, get better night's sleep. All importance, again, when you're focusing on the overall health aspect. And I really love this quote, and I think it's so true for myself and probably many of you out here, is you're only one good workout away from a good mood. I mean, how true is that? I know that there's times where I just feel like I can't get out of a funk, and I go do, my workout, or whether it's, going to the gym, going for a walk, even doing some squats, at home. It really helped boost my mood. So just a little tip there. All right, so with many of you in this challenge, you guys are on all different healthy paths, goals that you're working towards. And I love that not every one of us is working towards the same thing. Some of you might be avid exercisers right now, and some of you might just be considering starting. And what might that look like for somebody who doesn't follow a regular exercise routine? And something so simple that we practice within our health coaching is following the NEAT system. And NEAT stands for a non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or another saying would be non-planned exercise. So 6 different areas that you can take a look at. Your stance, which is basically your posture. Prop yourself up, shoulders up, back, tuck in your belly button, bring that back to your spine, really help, strengthen your core. It's going to really help your posture. Standing, do you have a sit down desk? Are you at your desk all day? Stand up. Cooking, I would think most of us stand up while we're cooking, but maybe some like to sit. Meal prepping, talking on the phone. I know that when I'm, connecting with my clients or coaches, if I'm not on a Zoom like this, face to face, I'm on my phone, but I'm pacing my bedroom, or I go outside if it's not raining, and I'm, walking my backyard. Strolling. I love this one, and it's fun to tease with my kids when they're in the car with me, and I park a further distance from the store, front door of the store. I'm like, Mom, there's a front, parking spot right there. Like, yeah, we have 2 healthy legs, we can walk, we can handle it. So, make it fun with the kids if they're in the car, but challenge yourself. Park a little bit further away. Again, walk when you're on the phone. Just find a little bit of extra little steps that you can take throughout the day. How about the stairs? I know one thing that I'll do is needing to get a little bit more NEAT points in is I'll use the bathroom downstairs. If I'm upstairs working in my office, go downstairs and use the bathroom. A few more steps during the day. Say no to the elevator. Say no to the escalators. Take the stairs if you can. Samba, another word for dance. So get your groove on. Dance a little bit. Dance with the kids. If you have little ones at home, they love to see Mom and Dad dance with them. While making dinner, turn on some music and just have fun with it. And then the last one is switch. Super simple, but not often, something that we think about, because we are so prone to what's convenient for us, what's the fastest for us, and we want it just now. So, move from electronic mode to manual mode. Your remotes. Yeah, I don't even know how to use remotes, so I actually do walk up to the TV, turn it on and turn it off. Lawn mowers, dishes, rather than load in the dishwasher, stand at the sink and do the dishes for a little bit. So this is just a great way to start thinking about how to put a few extra movements or activities into your day without planning on going for a 20-minute walk or going to the gym. But this is just something every single day that every one of us can do, even if you do go to the gym every day. I mean, who couldn't use a stronger back and stronger core? So just think about those. All right, so let's talk about goal-oriented exercise. And I really like this one because, we have goals for a lot of things in our life. If you're following a meal plan right now, that's, it's part of your goal. So with exercise, some people don't even know why they work out. I mean, they're just like, oh, you should go work out, or hey, I'm going to go to the gym. What are some goals that you're looking to improve upon? Cardiovascular and heart health. Are you needing to improve that? Ways to do that would be, simply by walking, running, dancing, Zumba. So cardiovascular, especially as we get older, is super important. How about stretching and flexibility? What does that look like for you? Is it really hard for you to bend over and touch your toes? Maybe that's something that you practice. You can only touch your knees for right now. Let's make it a goal to touch your shins. Let's make it a goal to touch your toes. Planned activities to help with that would be yoga and Pilates. How about muscular strength? I think a lot of people visualize muscular strength as going to the gym and, racking out the weights and doing hardcore movements there, but it can be, it can be that. It can be using resistance bands, TRX straps, hand weights, barbells, you know, all different kinds of things. And then how about stability and balance? So again, not just at, you know, a young age, but moving into as we age, that's huge. Things that you can practice even without equipment, but just practice standing on one foot. How's your balance? Switching foots, you know, feet. Stand on the other side. But some other great, you know, pieces of equipment to use to help strengthen and increase that would be stability balls, BOSUs, and again, even yoga. But I think it's really good, again, to just have an idea in mind of what do you want your goals to be when you are exercising? What does that look like for you? And going along with that, one of the principles that we use, you may hear this a lot with, you know, from trainers or instructors, is the FIT principle. Frequency, intensity, time, and type. Those are all important pieces of information to know during your exercise. So frequency, are you just starting out and just starting to get going? Well, let's start to create a habit. And maybe it's 2 days a week that you're going to start on a low intensity 15-minute walk outside. You know, that might be really simple for you to start. Maybe you're an avid exerciser and you really love it. So you're going 4 or 5 days a week. You're going fairly hard in intensity. You're maybe doing 60 minutes, and maybe you're in the gym, or maybe you're doing a boot camp class. Maybe you're cycling outside. All different avenues, but this is a really good principle to write down, FITT, and what does that look like for you? And if you have no idea where to start, you know, connect with your health coach or the person who invited you to this challenge, and they'll help you out, give you some guidelines. All right, I really like this image here, 25 ways to exercise. And again, what I love about it is there's so many things that we can do that we might even not even consider as exercise. I mean, who likes to mop and, you know, tile floors? I don't. Thankfully, my husband does that when we need to get it done. But if that's a workout for you and that's how you can get some activity in, you know, do it. Hand wash the car. You know, maybe you're having your kids do it. Why don't you go do it with them? You know, playing Wii Sports. I know when our kids were littler, we loved to do Wii bowling, Wii boxing. You know, we'd box each other. And we also loved doing the yoga board. I can't even remember what it's called. It's been a little bit, but you know, different fun activities. Again, this is just a fun way to start looking at exercise, not necessarily being in a gym setup. Okay, this is one of my fun little topics here, and what I get a lot of questions on, or what people, you know, have controversy over. What does that look like? So, myth or fact? Muscle weighs more than fat. So, and this just, I found this image and I thought it was perfect because it just explained it right on there. So, people often say that muscle weighs more than fat, and obviously this cannot be true. So they used kilos here. A kilo is a kilo. So what they really mean is a kilo of muscle is denser, so it takes up less space than a kilo of fat. So oftentimes, especially as trainers, you know, people, and I'm going to just say women, I don't want to stereotype, but often it's that is, I want to exercise, but I don't want to gain a lot of muscle. You know, or I'm exercising, but my jeans are now tighter, you know, something like that. So, and I'll kind of get into it in a couple other slides, but just on the bottom here, where it says, so when you lose the fat, but you gain muscle, you may stay the same weight, but you get smaller because you're reducing inches. And I think that's really important to know. And sometimes even for myself, because we're so stuck on, I guess I will, I won't say everybody, but I can be stuck on what that scale says. But if I'm doing the exercise that I have planned, I'm feeling really good, my mindset's really great, I really need to just forget that number, because I'm fitting it into my clothes, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident, and I know that my inches are getting smaller. So, you know, this is just something great to remember, that if you're doing it right, you're watching the amount of calories that you're taking in, you're exercising, you're building strength, you're getting stronger, and your clothes are changing, but that weight's not moving, it's likely because the your density is shrinking, your inches are going, but you're increasing that muscle, and it's a really good thing. All right, so just kind of, oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, so real quick, lifting weights will tone your body, and lifting heavy weights will bulk you up. So going back to that, if I lift a lot of weights, am I going to get really big and bulky? So the truth, while there is some truth to the idea that lifting lighter weights for more reps does a better job of increasing the muscular endurance, lighter weights will not help you tone better than heavy weights. In fact, because heavier weights build the strength of your muscle and the size to a small degree, really no Hulk action, I promise you, thereby helping to increase your metabolism and burn fat. Lifting heavier weights with fewer reps, often 8 to 12 on average, and working until you are fatigued is much more effective at helping you reach your toning goals than lifting lighter weights. So in the event that you add a little bit more muscle to your body and decrease your body fat, it will actually make you look leaner and not bigger. So just like the slide before, where it's the density that you want to pay attention to as well. All right, so exercise should be fun, otherwise you won't be consistent. And you know, being in the fitness industry for so long, we have seen people come and go and come and go. And what I have loved about incorporating Take Shape for Life within our facility and our health club is we really maintain our members lifelong, because they're on and they're seeing goals. And that boot camp is for everybody, and it doesn't need to be, but it needs to be something that's fun, so that long term you will be consistently doing it. You know, exercise, movement, healthy motion is not a, hey, let's get a really awesome workout for one day in the next 30 days, but how can we keep that consistent? How can we build upon that? And you know, just long term with your health goals. I mean, like I said before, 80% of it is going to be nutrition, 20% is going to be exercise. So it's really that outside focus from the exercise that's going to be huge in your overall healthy weight BMI goal. But exercise should be done for activity, for energy, something that you can pass on to your kids to do together. Yeah, I think it just really needs to be fun. And I think my last slide, this is so true. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. So, you know, if you have younger kids out there, if you're grandparents, how awesome is it for you to be active, to be able to move, to be able to lift up that little granddaughter or grandson and help them make a basket. I mean, how fun is it for that little human being to go, oh my gosh, I made a basket. I mean, I remember doing that with their son before he could make his own baskets. And just to have their parents involved, aunts and uncles, you name it, how much more joy is it to, live life? So, Brad, what do you have for me?
That is everything, Candy. So what I wanted to do was just thank you for this tonight. I thought this would be a fun topic. And there's so many people coming from different spectrums on this. I mean, we saw all the people post their goals today, and it was so awesome to watch what they were doing in accordance with their health goals, like how they were working in healthy activity. Some people are coming at it from a I need to start getting active mentality. And some people are starting from a I am active and I don't know how to eat. I mean, you're going to come from it from all phases. What I like about it is activity is just a portion of what your healthy routine is. And we're focusing on all areas of health here. So for many of you guys are using the 5-in-1 plan, or you're on like a 4-in-2 or a 3-in-3. So I really like that you covered the muscle versus fat, because a lot of people think that you can't exercise on our plans. And actually nothing could be further from the truth. You just are now actually guided to even be more inspecting what's good working out, because you don't have to kill yourself. And honestly, you can get the bang for your buck because you're eating the way you're meant. You're not trying to outrun your fork. So for those that are, finding activity or looking for activity, I just love that you just to focus on the things you shared. Make sure it's fun. Make sure it's simple. Make sure it's in line with your goal. And most importantly, make sure it's sustainable and take it easy. I love that basically, you and Casey have taught me so much about exercise and how to work that in. And I see it. I mean, you guys have watched me, kind of grow up in our family. Now we have a kid. Now I'm like, wow, it's really important to make sure your exercising can be sustainable. So find something that's fun. Make sure it's in line with your goals. Make sure it's sustainable. Remember that the scale is going to not start being less of a factor. It should still always go down, but now you're actually being mindful and you're graduating to another level. Watch for your inches. Watch for how your clothes are fitting. Watch for how your body is changing. And just fuel your body based on what it is you need. So I just love the non-thermo or the non-exercise activity thermogenics, because if you're just getting active for the first time, if you just focus on just getting out for a walk a few times a week, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or, doing some workouts at home, 2-3 times a week, and then just focus on being a little bit more active throughout the week, that's all exercise really is. And I love that a lot of people think, oh, exercise, the gym, killing myself. And that's not the way. I mean, if you like that, by all means, like go for whatever makes you feel good. And I love you had that slide because you're just one workout away from feeling good. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to go do that workout. And then you're like, I think I've seen a picture that says, I really regret that workout I did, said no one ever, because I don't think anyone ever wishes they didn't go do that workout. So wherever you're at today, just maybe finding a little bit more sustainable, Mark, making sure that it's quick, easy, and sustainable. Make sure it hits those goals, making sure it's for your goal. Or if you're getting started, just easing into it. Connect with your health coach, make sure it best fits your goal. But especially if you're working on weight loss on our plan, we're just going to start working in activity because it's part of a healthy lifestyle and something you enjoy that's fun, not because it increases your weight loss. And that's another topic for another day, but exercising does not take care of weight loss. And that's kind of the common myth that, Candy, you've kind of found over time. So it's how you eat and what you eat throughout the day. The exercise is just the icing on the cake, excuse the horrible pun. So on the last call, as we kind of finish up, we just kind of showed some people and what they were doing this season. My goal is just to do different workouts, be active 6 days a week, sometimes to walk with my son. Sometimes it's a hike. Sometimes it's a workout that I do at home, or sometimes it's a basketball game. One of the things that like Jessica John shared, she started doing Taekwondo. She thought it'd be fun to be active, do something new, and work out in that arena. Cindy Wood has been a fitness instructor her entire life. She thought this season was really perfect for her to get back in the routine of just enjoying working out, because she had always been something she had to do. So she focused on yoga and some easy other activities she can work in, ones that support her health, but really also support her healthy mind at the same time. I noticed a lot of people chose yoga. And then Shane, Shane's run in the past. He's tried to bulk, muscle in the past. So for this season, because he just wants to focus on sustainable activity, he's focusing on getting to the gym for some short, light workouts 3 days a week and getting some cardio in on his bike. And again, one of the days, really busy day with the kiddos, didn't make it to the gym. did some squats at home, because that's literally what it is. It's just that commitment to being consistent and just getting into that routine of being active. So this week, this is just some great tips, some great reminders on healthy activity. Candy, thank you for all your years of insight. I know that you've seen so many people beat themselves up in the gym industry, and that's actually why you and Casey have moved into how you actually support people in their health with health coaching and our program, but also getting out of some of the traditional ways and kind of getting into more boot camp style classes and making working out fun. And you have people that show up every single week and focus on the enjoyment of it and not killing themselves because they need to get something out of it. So with that being said, great information. I really appreciate it. If you have more questions, we'd love to help you with it. So reach out to your health coach or the person that invited you. They'll be able to guide you a little bit more. And the cool thing is we have a whole community of this. So we're a wealth of knowledge. We can help you get started. And for the people, again, let's just start with something small this week, because that's what we're doing with this challenge is we're getting better each week. And even on that thought process, Casey, Candy's husband, is actually going to get 3 videos. We might even work in a yoga video as well, just for people that need something to get started, something you can improve on. So we'll have those videos up here probably the next 2 days, something that's going to work. Most of you guys that are in the 5 and 1 or a 4 and 2 plan, it's something that will work well for you guys while you're doing this. You can ease into it, or you can push it even further, or it's something you can do if you're normally into a normal workout routine, but you're traveling or moving or gone during the holiday season. It's something you can do from anywhere. So that's something that we thought we'd cover today. I love the wealth of knowledge. Candy, when you and Casey shared this with me, it really helped me realize, wow, it is in the eating that I do. And if I focus on the eating, the rest will take care of itself. And then I can start exercising for fun instead of trying to feel like that's what's actually going to get me to where I want to go, because that is a myth. Hope you guys enjoyed the information tonight. Candy, I'm always really excited when you share on this topic, you and or Casey or both. So thanks for everything you reminded us tonight of, and how to approach healthy activity in our life and how to work it in. And it happens every single day, however we want it to happen. So any parting words
Brad, real quick?
Yeah, any parting words for everybody?
I would love everybody. So we talked about the FIT principle: frequency, intensity, time, and type. If everybody just wants to go on and comment below what that looks like for them in that format, I would love to see what that is. And again, awesome. We're all in different spaces, places. It might be starting out one day, taking the steps to work,
That is a great thing. That's what we'll do in the comments below when we post this link. And again, because someone on the first chat was talking about how they have a new baby and they're tired and they're exhausted, they can't really focus on getting much activity in. If you just started the first day and just did 5 minutes of walking, that's where you start, because that walking is not going to get you losing weight, but that is going to start building the habit of activity, and activity is part of a healthy lifestyle. So I think that's a great thing. Thank you, Candy. You're always a wealth of knowledge. That's what we'll do below here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And if you have questions, reach out. That's why we have this group. So love this topic. Thanks for the reminder. And you guys all have a great night.
Thank you.